One eternity later.
I'm sorry. Please stay. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, That Zotaku. If you are new here, hi, welcome to the little family that we have over here that I've been abandoning for the past month and a half. And if you are returning, thank you for sticking with me because my schedule is non-existent. I don't have a schedule because my schedule in real life doesn't really make any sense. So sorry for being gone for so long. Some of you guys have been messaging me wondering like, hey, Zoe, you coming back? Like, where you at though? And the long story short is mainly school stuff. I've been trying to, get my education on, trying to make sure that I don't flunk out and all that stuff, trying to make sure that I succeed and get to a higher level of success that I'm already on, which is pretty much level 0 right now. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've been back, and I'm gonna be uploading more regularly, which isn't really a thing. Like, if you've been on this channel for a while, first off, it's been about a year since I made this channel, so happy year anniversary to me for actually sticking with this for this long. And two, if you are someone that's been like an avid watcher, or avid as much as you could call it, if you've been watching, then you know that I don't really have an upload schedule. I know a lot of YouTubers and creators say like, oh, have a regular schedule, upload every single. I don't have one. My real life is a mess. I'm a mess. Nothing's gonna work out, so this channel's a mess too. And if you guys are here for the ride, thank you. If not, I completely understand. I get it. I ain't gonna penalize you for it, But I'm back. Deku's back. Our little orange Zuko is back. We're matching the vibes. We're here to talk about anime because even though my life has been a mess school-wise for the past few weeks, I've actually been keeping up with the anime that's been going on, for the most part. The last video that I had talking about what anime that I'll be watching, because I wanted to make 2021 the year that I actually keep up with anime. I wanted to know what's going to be coming out, what new releases, just try to keep up with the trends with the young people, because as a watcher of anime for like the past 10, 12 years at this point, back in the day, it'd be very easy for me to just like jump onto the new thing. But now I tend to just fall into my little, let me just rewatch ones that I know are good for me, which ones are going to be, a success for me, and ignoring the ones that I think might waste my time. Not to say like new anime is trash. I have trust issues, and I don't trust if they're going to give me the vibes that I'm looking for, if you know what I'm trying to say. By the way, if you really like my lashes, I really want to be dramatic today. Give you some glam, some drama, considering, again, you haven't seen my face for like over a month, and I am so sorry. My bad. The point of today's video is talking about whatever anime that I told myself I was going to watch from the winter 2021 season. I posted this video like at the beginning of the season when things were rolling out, and I made a promise to myself that I was going to try to keep up with every single show on that list. I didn't do that, but I didn't do a terrible job either. There are some shows that I watched and some that I didn't, but I did a good job at keeping up with pretty much everything. Way better than I have in the past, so please give me some credit. I'm trying out here, I was watching Summer Camp Island. It was very soothing, and it soothed me to sleep, and then I ended up forgetting about a bunch of anime that I really should be keeping up with. But I have some thoughts. Don't worry, I got some thoughts. I got some thoughts for us. Also, before getting into this video, shout out to all of my Zoes, my Haitian Zoes out there. It's our month. It is May. It is officially Haitian Heritage Month. Get ready for Flag Day on May 18th. If you aren't Haitian, then you don't know. There are two main holidays for Haitians that we all band together, and the ancestors are flowing through us and want us to celebrate. That is for Independence Day, which is on January 1st, or Haitian Flag Day, which is on May 18th. May is officially Haitian Heritage Month, so Zoes, we out here. That's also why I go by Zotaku, because I'm an otaku and I'm a Zo. I'm a Haitian otaku, Haitian Zo. You get the play on words. So shout out to all my Zoes and happy Haitian Heritage Month. Anime this season was weird. The animes that I watched, I don't know if I just got a bad batch, but maybe you guys also had a bad batch. There was only one good anime that I can really think of that rang in this whole year, and we all know that was Attack on Titan, the final season. Miraculously done. We'll talk about that at the end. But in terms of like other anime, I don't know what, but it was weird. Anime this season was very, very strange. Either strange or crap. Very much crap. And if you know, But one of the things that wasn't crap was Cells at Work Code Black. Now, I am in the STEM field. That's the only thing that you're going to know about me in terms of like what my education is. I'm in the STEM field, so I know a lot about like science and biology and things like that. And I know these things. I know what's going on in the body and all that stuff. Personification of everything that I learned in school, like with the thymus and what the red blood cells do and what the white blood cells do. It's like mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, bitches. Like, I was feeling this show. And then, of course, they came out with Code Black, which is essentially the same concept as the original, which takes place in a healthy body, in a person that needs to get their life together real quick. And it was beautifully done. First off, the tension with all the cells and all of the world around them. If you don't know how the show goes, the premise is essentially a bunch of cells are going to work, and you see the personifications of your cells that have their different jobs. So they're all trying to work hard to make sure that our bodies are healthy and they're functioning. In Cells That Work Code Black, you're seeing them do this in a very, very dangerous environment where something's always going on. In this case, the person's body that they're in, like, they are overweight, they drink too much, they are older, they have erectile dysfunction, so many different problems that come with aging and not taking care of your body, not taking care of your health. And you're just seeing these cells working really hard to try to make things work, and it falls apart every single time. I felt so bad, it made me want to go get some carrots and hummus. I was like, I'm sorry, I promise I'll eat healthier. Y'all, I get it, I promise I will eat healthier. They talked about like new organs and new organ systems that weren't really introduced in the first series. Like, they talked about sexual and reproductive health, which was great. So on caffeine addiction, a lot of different topics that we ourselves going about in our daily lives, we're just doing things, just putting things in our body, and we don't recognize how much damage or how much it can hinder our bodies from performing to its fullest potential. It really just makes you think like, wow. I mean, I know that this is a dramatized version of it, but maybe I should try to cut back on the coffee and try to walk a little bit more, just to give myself a little bit of a rest, a little help. If you're someone that's in the STEM field, then you probably know most of what's going on in this show, and it's really fun to see it be actually like medically accurate, or as accurate as it can be. It's very nice for people who don't know much about the body, don't know much about ourselves. Everything that went out on in 9th grade biology went in one ear, out the other. But if you have like little cute platelets telling you what's going on, then it gets a lot more fun. And I think they did a great job with it. Cells at Work, keep it coming. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. The next thing on our list is Horimiya. Now, this was one of those romance slice of life anime that I was really... I don't know what to call it, actually. It was one of those anime that I was looking forward to because I'm a romance fiend. I love me some romance anime. That was my first love before I got really into shonen. Shout out to Deku. Romance anime has a special place in my heart. So if I'm going to find something that gives me that little moe, that little feels, all the feels up in my core, I'm gonna watch it. I watched Horimiya, and I don't know. Okay, I think they're cute. I think Miyamura and Hori-san are cute together. I think they're a cute couple. But in terms of like the direction and the story of the show, I was kind of confused as to what was going on. I mean, first off, I'm glad that they were able to get the two main characters together relatively quickly within the early parts of the series. Like, you know how for romance anime, you're like always doing this whole will they, won't they, then by episode 12, they might kiss, or they might kiss at like a fireworks festival, and then you don't know anything afterwards about what the relationship is, and you're just sitting there with like, can you at least like let me see them on their first date and like actually be like a couple, like, and all that stuff? I want to see the couples woes. This gave us couples woes. Woe is me, because felt like the director was trying to do a lot with these characters. Like, I thought it was mainly going to be focused on Miyamura and Hori-san, but a lot of different characters were added. And I know you always have like your background and supporting characters, but it felt like every episode a new character and a new element was added to the show and then never addressed again. Like, you can end a show, like end an episode with introducing a brand new character, and they're just like, hi, I'm this, and then 3 episodes go by and you never go back to that character that you just introduced. Like, you never finish their storyline until like 3 episodes later, and you're just sitting there like, what's going on? What's the overarching story? I kind of got lost. Like, the plot was lost on me. Seeing Hori and Miyamura's interactions was cute, except for the little fetish that Hori has. I mean, I'm not kink shaming nobody. I ain't kink shaming nobody. It was just very interesting and a little bit shocking, because I didn't expect that when I read the little synopsis. I did not expect that. I was expecting, you know, innocence, which I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool with whatever. It was just very interesting to see that. But in terms of the direction, I got lost a lot in the plot. And I felt like there were too many characters being added to support the main cast that it got a little bit messy and you kind of got lost. But overall, I still had a great time with seeing the characters, the two main characters at least fall in love and explore themselves and explore each other's like personalities and open up and really grow with each other. That was really nice to see. So I do recommend Horimiya. Just understand that if you get lost with the plot, you're not alone. I also got lost, and I get lost very easily. Like I get lost. I don't do well with direction. I need you to lead me as if I'm an idiot, because usually I am. I don't know what's going on. I kind of got lost, but I found my way a little bit. I found my way a little bit. Now let's get to the crap. The crap that was the Promised Neverland Season 2. Now, if you know me in real life, you know that I ride or die for this first season when it came out originally. Like, I saw it when it was coming out episode by episode, and I loved it. Norman was my son. Ray was my son adjacent. I'm not really much of a fan of Ray. He's like a brooding Sasuke. Like, Ray is okay. And Emma, I fought for Emma. I fought for Emma because so many people be clowning my homegirl Emma, saying she's annoying, she's irrational, she does too much, and I'm just sitting here like, Emma is literally a shonen protagonist. She is the personification of every single shonen protagonist that you love. Luffy, Naruto, everybody. All of their characteristics are in Emma. You like them in Naruto, you don't like them in Emma because that's your misogyny speaking, but that's a whole other topic that we can talk about another day. I even made a whole video at the beginning of the parallelogram about how a bunch of seasonal anime were being canceled, and I was having a mental breakdown knowing that season 2 was being postponed to 2021. Now we are in 2021 and they've had a whole extra year to do it, and they did it wrong. They did it wrong. They did all of it wrong. How you have an extra year to do your homework and you still get it wrong? Like, that don't make that don't make sense. Now, I understand that a lot of people also had beef with how the ending of the manga went, and that's fine. Usually, we were all hoping that maybe in the anime they'd, do something a little bit different and make it better. No. They did not make it better. They made it worse. Let me just get into it. Season 2 picked up from where season 1 left off, literally days later, in terms of them running through the forest. We get introduced to some new characters, and the first 3 episodes, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna get somewhere. We're introduced to Sanju and Mujika. We're introduced to seeing the demon society in the demon realm, and wondering how the kids are going to survive, and wondering how they're going to get back to Gracefield to save the rest of the kids. A lot of things were happening. And then, like, after episode 5, all the shit happened at the same time. So many things went wrong towards the second half of this season. It's very much miraculous that they pulled it together, because they didn't pull it together. Like, how are you going to introduce Isabella, supposed to be going on a bounty hunt to try to find those kids in order to win her freedom, but you never see a whole episode devoted to Isabella? Like, Isabella, the mom from Gracefield, she was an integral part in why the show was great, because she was a compelling antagonist for the kids. The way she outsmarted them, the way that they had this whole cat and mouse thing going on in terms of, will they survive, will they not, is Isabella gonna catch them or not? That was what really drove people to watch season 1, and you completely lost it in season 2. You lost the plot. I understand that other characters were introduced, like Norman and everything that happened at Lambda, but even then, that wasn't explored. Apparently, there was a whole arc in the manga, because again, I didn't read the manga. That whole arc explaining what happened to Norman at Lab Lambda was completely taken out, and we were just given flashbacks, and we're supposed to be expected to piece together the plot. I told y'all, I get lost. I get lost in the plot very, very quickly. So for you to just completely erase that, not give us any connotation or context as to why Norman is thinking the way he is now, why he wants to go about destroying all the demons, and just understanding how his personality became so warped after we last saw him, is absolutely irresponsible. But again, going back to Isabella, we never got a single ass episode at least seeing Isabella's thinking process, to see how she felt after she was, taken out of Gracefield, how she went about thinking what her kids are doing, because she claimed to love these kids. We're not going to see an episode detailing the inner workings of her mind to see how she felt about her kids finally escaping and being like the only ones to ever escape properly. We're not going to have an episode on that. We're not going to have anything detailing the saga of how she wants to go about trying to get those kids back. Because remember, that's what we were supposed to do. Isabella was supposed to get the kids back. Instead, the next time, and the only time we see Isabella afterwards, is in the last episode, all of a sudden teaming up with the kids. How did we get there? I don't know how we got there. So many different plot points and elements were just tossed in at the end. And then that last episode, you're going to just end the series with a montage? A 2-year, 3-year jump, they get to the real world. You're not going to tell me nothing about that? How did Emma solve the war? How did Emma deal with the hierarchy of society trying to undo what the Demon Society did in terms of like eating young kids? It hurt my feelings. I felt this was violence. This was violence. This was violence. I felt hurt. This was absolute violence. And I did not appreciate any of that. No, I did not appreciate any of that. And as far as I'm understanding, Season 2 never existed. I don't know who that is. I don't know who she is.
I don't even know who you are.
I'll probably read the manga just to get some more closure because I have issues. I have issues in more ways than one. Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season. Masterpiece. There's not really much else to say. It's a masterpiece. The fact that, if anything, I would talk about the phenomenon that Attack on Titan did this season. Remember, the first time we saw Attack on Titan was what? The summer of 2013, 2014? I think I was going to be a senior in high school. That was when we first saw Attack on Titan. And then we waited like about 4 years to see a season 2. And we thought that, oh, Attack on Titan's never going to make a comeback. They're never going to make a season 2. They're never going to have the same amount of clout that they had when they first busted out onto this scene. And then we were surprised when they came out with a season 2. And then actually gave us season 3 and all this stuff. And now we are here towards the end. And we're finally seeing the entire manga be animated. And that's absolutely amazing. All of your friends that watch Attack on Titan from the beginning, being able to just band together every Sunday night, ready to watch the next episode, the whole world, like every week, Twitter is going off, everybody's going off talking about like what happened in this episode, what happened in this episode. Did you see that fight scene? Did you see that? It felt like family. It felt really nice and warm because considering the parallelogram that we're in, a lot of us feel very separate and secluded and just like to ourselves and isolated because we're still in quarantine. But now that we saw that, I don't know, for me at least, having Attack on Titan, the final season, air every Sunday, it felt as if I was with my friends because we all were talking about and watching something at the same time, ready to talk about it the next day. It just felt, I felt a huge sense of camaraderie with this show. So I'm not even going to talk about like the intricacies of the show because you already know. Attack on Titan was beautifully directed. All y'all haters that were hating on my girl Mikasa at the beginning, y'all need to sit down in a corner. That corner, you see that corner over here? You need to sit down in that corner and shut up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Attack on Titan, absolute masterpiece. It'll be one of those anime that goes down in history as a masterpiece, just like DBZ, just like Akira, just like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It'll go down in history as just one of those masterpieces. Some shows that I was supposed to be watching, but I didn't see it come out on Netflix yet, like Beastar Season 2. I rewatched Beastar Season 1 literally 3 days ago and loved it all over again. Legoshi, let's go. Legoshi, let's go. And don't fuck with my girl, Haru. Other shows that I'm very much looking forward to, at least for spring, I started watching that show Yasuke, the one with Lakeith Stanfield and LaShawn Thomas. I have some thoughts on the first. I've watched 3 episodes, and I'll probably do like a video talking about that anime specifically, because I don't know if it's me and LaShawn Thomas, but something about the way that he directs things, my Juju don't like. So I'm watching the whole thing. Don't hold me to it. I could very well change my mind. But so far with Yasuke, it's been like the first 3 episodes. I'm a little bit confused, but a lot's happening. We'll talk about that when I talk about that. But for the most part, I'm ready to get back onto it. This month, I'm going to be a whole ass potato and just watch all the anime that I can. So hopefully you see some more videos from me. Again, I have no upload schedule because my life is not scheduled. So I'm sorry in advance. But thank you guys for sticking with me for this long. I'm hoping that you stayed to the end of this video. And I'm hoping that I can see you guys in the next one. Okay? So thank you again for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!